Yeah, there's
It's good.
there's a report they did on Facebook. The top 20 Christian sites, 19 of them were run by Russian troll farms. 19 of them were like stirring people up, and the resurrection is coming, and
Jesus. Now, how do we navigate and combat that?
mind reading. Yeah, we have to get to a point where technology allows us to legitimately read people's thoughts, and I think that's coming quicker than we realize. I think that's around the corner. I think that's 10 years from now. If we don't blow ourselves up within 10 years, we're going to be able to read intentions. We're going to be able to know thoughts. We're going to be able to know things
That's
about
interesting. How do you think? Like, what's
technology.
the first step? Yeah.
Probably some sort of a wearable device initially, and then for probably higher bandwidth applications, and especially for people that have neurological conditions and spinal cord injuries, they're going to start implanting like Neuralink. And one of Neuralink's first goals is to try to bring people that have spinal cord breaks and people that have lost control of their muscles, and to bring them back to mobility. And they think that that's possible, which is amazing.
Wow,
That
great.
what they're going to be able to do is bypass, I'm crudely phrasing this, if you're a scientist, I'm sorry, but they're going to be able to bypass the human neurological system in terms of like how you move your arms and body and muscles, and do it electronically. And they think they can do that. And they think that's going to be one of the first medical applications for this kind of a thing. But the other thing that Elon said to me, he said, you're going to be able to talk without words. Now, when most people say you're going to be able to talk without words, I'm like, yeah, man, that'd be wild. But when Elon says it, you're like, for real?
Yeah.
Like, you really think we're going to be able to talk without words? He's like, 100%.
What's the B side to that? Like, what is that exactly?
It's going to be
That
something.
technology.
This technology will be some sort of an implanted device that allows you to have constant access, probably to something akin to ChatGPT and AI, or the next level of it, along with some interconnectivity with other people that are wearing the same device. And it'll probably initially be something that translates languages instantaneously, and then as it advances, it will be able to read thoughts. And you'll be able to transfer images, things you see. I will be able to have this thing in my mind and show my friend Greg that I'm sitting here with The Rock having a conversation, and he could see that through my eyes. We will have universal connectivity with all minds that have that thing. The real problem is the haves and the have-nots. Because just like if you go back and watch Wall Street, like Michael Douglas had that fucking big-ass brick telephone. He was walking on the beach. I'm like, look at this guy. He's got a phone. He's walking on the beach. What a baller.
Yeah.
Now anyone, you can go to fucking T-Mobile and get a flip phone for like $50.
Yeah.
Like, you get a cheap cell phone where you could talk to a person. It's a tiny thing. It sits in your pocket. It's so much better than what Michael Douglas had.
Yeah.
And everybody can get it. But back then, it was super expensive. Nobody had it.
Yeah.
And the haves, like Michael Douglas in that movie, Greed is Good, they used that thing to advance their career. Multiply that times 1,000,000, and you have the advantage of the initial adopters of whatever this thing is. Because if they integrate with artificial intelligence initially, and they integrate with some sort of a universal internet system, they're going to be able to accomplish things in business and in terms of like manipulation of financial markets, and in terms of acquiring resources. They're going to be able to do things that the people without those things are not going to be able to do. And they will have massive amounts of wealth and power almost instantly. Within years, it'll be a change, a giant shift that'll go over to the people that have these devices. And that's the most insane have and have-nots, because you essentially have superhumans. You essentially have something that's almost like an alien that exists with these advanced primates, which is what we are.
Yeah. Does Elon feel like that will happen within a decade?
He thinks it's going to happen pretty quick. It probably will be within a decade. Yeah, he thinks that once they start implementing it, and they've already started trials with human beings, and I think the first trials they're doing are with people with neurological either conditions or injuries.
Yeah.
And, I've also heard it talked about vision. They're going to be able to restore people's vision. They're going to be able to do some wild shit.
By the way, brother, 10 years is right around the corner.
So quick. 10 years ago was 2013, which is nuts.
Nothing.
That seems like like if you have a 2013 car, that's a fucking pretty new car.
Yes.
Right. How
man.
was that 10 years ago?
That's
when
crazy.
I always tell people this. When I was in high school, in 1981. A 1970 car was a classic.
Yes.
It was only 11 years old.
Yeah.
But if you had like a 1970 Barracuda, like, wow,
Dude.
look at that fucking thing.
Yeah.
It was a classic already. But time seemed to move different then. Like 10 years back then seemed like a long fucking time. And as society and technology and innovation just spins at this insane, ever rapid pace, 10 years feels like nothing.
Dude, it's the acceleration that we live
Yeah.
in today. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, there's so much going on.